Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Pete from Pete on the AT, starting day 45, I think, on the Appalachian Trail. We're currently on the Creeper Trail. The Appalachian Trail and the Creeper Trail are one trail for a little while, which is nice because we can kind of warm up our legs on a flat surface. Last night was good. It got cold. It was 36 degrees when I woke up this morning, which, you know, is just typical April in Virginia. And, you know, where you want to get rid of your cold weather gear to lighten your load because every pound counts. You just can't, because if I didn't have my cold weather gear this morning, I would be absolutely miserable. So you got to keep that extra weight for just a little bit longer. Today we're doing about 15 miles. Mike's ankle is causing some issues, so we might stop in Damascus and let him settle, let his ankle settle a little bit, and possibly send some stuff home to lighten his pack weight. Today I'm going to dedicate to my boys John Paul and Michael, who are living their best lives down in Richmond. John Paul's going to join me sometime in the Shenandoahs, which I'm really looking forward to. So today's rosary will be dedicated to the boys, and I'll be thinking about them off and on for the rest of the day. All right, see you down the trail. Well, good morning. So I'll give you a quick update. Mike twisted his ankle yesterday, and he thought it was okay. We got hiking today, and it was bothering him yesterday afternoon, and then we tried a little bit today. He went about 3 miles, and he couldn't. It was just bothering him too much. So we got to the first road, and of course no cell service, so we couldn't call for a shuttle. So we stayed there for a little while, and a Creeper Trail shuttle who was taking people up to the top of the Creeper Trail, they stopped, and they're gonna come back by, and Mike's just gonna sit there for about an hour, and they'll pick him up and take him back to Damascus on their way back from dropping people off at the top of the mountain. So that's going to work out. He's just going to take it easy. He's going to send some stuff home, try to lighten his pack. He was real concerned about his pack weight. He's just going to get a place at a hostel, put his foot up, maybe get some ibuprofen in him, and rest for, a day. So I'm going to keep on going. As soon as I get cell service, I'll call Shelly. We're gonna just stick with the original plan, and then I'll be able to spend another day with Shelly if she's available, and Marion, and I'll just wait for Mike and Marion. He'll catch up to me there. All right, just kind of wanted to let you know what happens on the trail. It's just, one of those things, but you do have to listen to your body. He probably should have stayed in Damascus again last night and not hiked yesterday, because we did 15 miles yesterday, which certainly didn't help anything. Okay, well, I'm gonna head on down the trail, but it is weird. This is this is the first day that I won't be hiking with Mike, since the second day we started. Well, I must be in Virginia. These are the very first cows that I've seen since Georgia. Now, granted, we've been in the mountains most of Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee, but pretty awesome to be able to see them. But going through a pasture right now. Again, reminds me a lot of Virginia, and I don't know if you can see. Okay. Wow, it was quite a climb. I'm 7.5 miles into my hike, and this is a pretty big climb. This is on top of what they call Buzzards Rock, I guess. But man, it was quite the climb. And I've got more climb, and then it starts getting a little bit downhill, but it looks like these little trees down here, somebody said they were like thorn apple trees, and they could be, because some of them had thorns on them. And this is Wampa. I think you can see the little dog right there. He's traveling with that guy, Weed Whacker. All right, I'm gonna stop and have a little lunch and catch my breath, and then gonna hike on. Okay, I'm kind of on the descent now, but I ran into this little thing along the trail, and it's again one of these little mini forests that's growing on the moss of this great big boulder. It's pretty cool. It's just like a whole little mini forest right here. Its own little pine tree. So, anyway, but it's on this giant rock. I'm gonna come down here. Sorry for the videography. Maybe you can't see it that well, but it's pretty neat. I just kind of want to give you an idea of, where I'm headed. So, got to go over that little hump and then get over that hump. And I think there's one more hump to get over. There's 4 miles, a little over 4 miles. About 5 miles I got to do yet. And that's going to be over top that second hump. I'm about 13, 14 miles into my day, and been a good day. I've been going a little bit slower. Just, I don't know why. Just decided to take it a little bit easy. Had plenty of time to get to where I needed to be, and I just didn't want to over push it. But I'm coming through this this wooded area. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see it. It's pretty cool. But I wanted to show you something that you don't normally see on the trail. Oops, sorry. But it will tell you what I'm about to get into. So this is what I'm about to get into, and these are little horse turds. Okay. So this little area, and it actually started back there. There was a field back there, and this path is used by wild ponies, little like Shetland kind of ponies. They're pretty small. I've been here last year, and it's pretty cool. But that's one thing that you don't really expect to see on the Appalachian Trail, especially, when the trail looks like this, right? I mean, it's pretty rocky. It's not a place where somebody's gonna take a, pleasure ride. So these little piles of poop are from these wild ponies that are in the Grayson Highlands. And with any luck, we'll be able to see some tomorrow when we go through the Grayson Highlands. But obviously they're using the Appalachian Trail to get from one pasture area to another pasture area, and I just noticed that poop and knew that that's what they were doing. Okay, that was it. Just wanted to give you that little highlight, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to see some ponies. Just came off the Mount Rogers, but it's the highest point in Virginia on the Appalachian Trail, but there was zero view. But down about 500 feet we have this kind of view, which is beautiful. I think that's looking I think a little like northeast right now. But there's zero view at Mount Rogers. Just a bunch of trees. Even though it's the highest point on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia. Oh, gotta tiptoe around this mud. Hey everybody, just kind of winding down the day. Wanted to give another, session of camping with Pete. And we've got a special guest. His name's Dan. Dan, why don't you tell us just a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you're doing on the trail, if there's anything you want to mention?
I am from New York, the Catskills, and I'm doing a week-long run starting in Damascus and seeing how far I can get.
Yeah, so I think he's going to get all the way to Marion, which is what I'll be there. I think Thursday. You're planning about Thursday.
Yeah.
So at any rate, I did want to just kind of point out one thing. Dan did win an award. It's sanctioned by the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. Well, not really, but it should be. It should be. So he won an award of the biggest sleeping bag on the Appalachian Trail so far in 2024. Dan, why don't you show us the sleeping bag?
Here it is. It's big, but it's warm.
That should be your trail name, big but warm. Yes.
I like it.
So at any rate, so closing down the day, I think we're going to get a pretty sunset. If we do, then I'll add to the video. All right, take care. Thanks, Dan.